allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Good and gracious God, we humbly invite you to be with us this evening.
And we want to make sure that you're welcomed here this evening and that you feel a part of the program that we are trying to make a very important part of this community. So thank you all for coming, and we certainly ask for your continued support and hope that you will continue to be behind us and be here again with us next year as we continue to grow and prosper. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm glad to welcome all of you here this evening and to sort of give you a little bit of history of the I.C.E. Institute, which is the Inner City Entrepreneur Institute. The Inner City Entrepreneur Institute is a nonprofit organization. You can find this story, the I.C.E. story, in your program. It actually started February 1998 when the idea came to mind that we needed an organization or an organization that would look at our inner city communities and find a way to help grow that community, to help stabilize the tax base in that community, and to work with the citizen in order for them to take charge and make their lives a lot better. The Ed Morrison and Dave Dodd and Associates worked on a business plan in order to try to make that happen. But in order for it to be done, we needed financial support. And in so doing, I was a part of the Queensboro Neighborhood Association at that time. I was one of the founders of that organization that did great work in Queensboro. And another one of my associates, Willie Bradford, I had talked with him, and he had started to work with Willis Knighton Health Systems. And as I was struggling with trying to find a way to get the Institute up and going, he came to me and said, look, I know a maverick, a person that thinks outside of the box. And let me take you to him and sit down with him, and I'm sure that he will look at this and find it a good idea. So in so doing, he took me to the Willis Knighton Health System, and I sat down with a gentleman named Mr. James K. Elrod. And when I sat down with him, I found out that he had a story. And his story dealt with the hospital that he grew from a 60-bed hospital to a health system that I'm not going to say dominate, that has expanded itself to the point where you can get all types of services, health services, from that institution. And I was so excited that a major player in the community felt strongly enough about the inner city that he would put his money where his mouth is. Plus, Willis Knighton, the first start of Willis Knighton was actually in Queensboro, in an inner city area. So he inspired me so. Then he asked that if we're going to grow this organization, I want you to run it. Now, I gave him a 2-year commitment. Here I am 15 years later. So you can understand that we have done a lot of work, and we are trying to stabilize our city. In addition to that, I want to talk a little bit about BizCamp. BizCamp, we needed an educational arm for our institute. And this idea came to mind because of my experience at 13 years old running a grocery store in my small community, Oak Grove in West Carroll Parish. It was a rural community. I came from a farming community. And the idea came that if I could do it at 13 years old, I could run a store. That is, I did all the ordering, I did all the markups, I did all the credit, I did the marketing. I said, young people can do that. And so the idea was born for Biz Camp. Biz Camp started in 2001, and now we're in 2013. And as you see, this is an example part of our Biz Camp students from different years, and we have them scattered out in the audience, and they're going to stand. We're going to recognize them at a later date. So without further ado, we will move on. You can read the rest. As Paul Harvey said, that's the rest of the story. Thank you.
My name is Lena Leviston, and I serve as director of the 2012 Biz Camp. Of course, I've been with Biz Camp for 12 years, as long as it's been in existence. I've been working with the program. Biz Camp is a 2-week entrepreneur training camp for students who are interested in becoming entrepreneurs, students who are interested in owning and operating their own businesses. Throughout the years, we've had many students who have become successful entrepreneurs. And then on Friday is our last day, and students will graduate. And we hope that they will graduate with the knowledge and understanding that they need to own and operate their own business. Our staff consists of 4 teachers who have been trained by the National Foundation for Teachers of Entrepreneurship model, which is home-based in New York City. Each teacher is certified because the NIFTY model is a model where we cover a lot of material in a fun-like way. Thank you.
Four Hands, One Plan is a non-profit organization we started to give back to the less fortunate in our community. Our first, but definitely not our last event, was a Christmas celebration. Using the skills that we learned at the 2011 Biz Camp, we organized this event for 140 students attending the Johnny L. Cochran Head Start Center. The responses to our letters and emails about donations was slow at first, but with time and God, we received all the things we needed to make the event a success. The children enjoyed games, gifts, and a number of arts and crafts. We will never forget the smiles on their faces as they sat on Santa's lap and received their gifts. As teenagers, we were not expected to go out of our way or even to think about others during the holiday season, but we are not your average teenagers. We care about our world and making a difference. There are children in our community that go without every day, which is the motivation behind Four Hands, One Plan. This is a call to action. We challenge you. What can you do to help? Whether it's at work, in the classrooms, in your church, or even in your community, you can make a difference. If every one of us that could help would help, the world would be in the state it's in. That's the motto. Thank you, Biz Camp, for providing the tools and the knowledge for making this possible. We thank you.
Our speaker for this evening, Mr. Michael Dorn.
And it's very easy to become less effective with what we're doing if we don't keep perspective. Schools have always faced some extent of danger, and there are some, we feel, very inaccurate perspectives out there right now. And I think a lot of people are losing sight of the fact that there are a lot of things that can make school dangerous, and if we're not very careful, we can cause more deaths that could be prevented because we're too focused on just a few things. Right now, we're incredibly focused on what we call active shooter situations, mass casualty shootings, and it's a very important topic. It's one we need to be very careful about, and it's one we need to take very seriously. But I want to make sure you understand by the time I leave, I'm not pessimistic about this situation because I know that fewer people are dying in our schools today than they were in the most dangerous time period in our nation's history, 1970 to 1980. We've reduced death from violence, from heart stoppage, anaphylactic shock, and accidents, and all those categories. 300 people have been killed and seriously injured in mass casualty attacks in Chinese schools just in recent years.
Shot a number of people. This guy stabbed 25. The same day as Sandy Hook, 22 stabbed at a primary school in China. About 2 weeks later, a principal stabbed and killed in a Chinese school. This guy killed 8. There's another one killed 14.
Placard that you hear tonight, it will be reverence to these who lost their lives. Charlotte Bacon, age 6. Daniel Gordon, age 7. Olivia Engel, age 6. Josephine Gay, age 7. Anna M. Morgan, age 6. Dylan Hockley, age 6. Madeline Hoos, age 6. Catherine Hubbard, age 6. Chase Koloski, age 7. Jesse Lewis, age 6. James Matlock, age 6. Grace McDonald, age 7. Emil Parker, age 6. Jack Pinto, age 6. Noah Pozan, age 6. Carolyn Previdi, age 6. Jessica Ricos, age 6. Evelia Richmond, age 6. Benjamin Wheeler, age 6. And Allison Watt, age 6. And in that tragedy, there were some adults in that school that lost their lives, and we remember them. Rachel Davino, age 29. Dawn Hotspring, age 47. Annie Marie Murphy, age 52. Lauren Russo, age 30. Mary Sherlock, age 56. And Victoria Soto, age 27.
Tonight, very honored to present our special awards to our honorees.
First of all, I'd just like to thank Representative Baylor, BURRELL, already messing up, Representative BURRELL, for recognizing the accomplishments. But I also recognize that, no one accomplished a lot by themselves. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you do in our community. And I think this award validates the importance of service and giving back to your community. So I thank you for that this evening.
Just briefly, Colonel Michael Edmondson, State Police Superintendent, was appointed the 25th Superintendent of Louisiana State Police in 2008 by Governor Bobby Jindal. He's a career state police officer, having joined the organization in 1981. He's married to Suzanne. They have 4 children. Makes his home in Baton Rouge. Congratulations.
So on behalf of myself and my wife Suzanne, that's in the audience, thank you so much for this honor to stand before you in a profession that I've done so for 33 years. An incredibly proud moment. Thank you for what Biz Camp, for what y'all do for the community. It's a matter of what you do for those that can do nothing for you. And y'all do that every single day. And I'm proud of this. Thank y'all very much.
I would like to ask at this time if our presenters will come to the stage, please.
To the Sheriff of Caddo Parish,
Chef Steve Creighton.
Anytime somebody gets an award, you better bet that there's a lot of folks that behind them doing most of the work. And that's how I feel today. I've always worked around a bunch of good men and women that will pull the load for us, and I appreciate each and every one of them.
Chef Whittington was elected sheriff of Bossier Parish in 2011 and took office in July 2012. Chef Whittington.
On behalf of all the members and the deputies at the Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office, it's an honor to receive this. These leaders have already mentioned, it's the team behind it. We work hard every day. Unfortunately, evil people intent on doing harm, only have to be right one time. We work hard every single day preparing, planning, training. We have to be right every single time. So it's an honor to perform and do what we do to serve you folks. Thank you so much for listening.
Had a product, Sam found money in order to give that kid an opportunity so that they could feel good about themselves. He was that type of giving person, and tonight, presenting that award is his son, Chris Giordano. So, Chris.
First, I'd like to thank you, Representative Burrell, for giving me the opportunity to present this award that you so kindly named in the name of my late father, Sam. Appreciate that. Chief Shaw has implemented innovative policing strategies such as Operation Impact, IMPACT, and the Robbery Intervention Detail. Please welcome Chief Shaw. I do want to add Chief Shaw also does a fine job of heading up the security detail out of the State Fair each year.
Good evening, and I'd like to thank Mr. Burrell along with I.C.E. and Biz Camp for honoring me with this award. It's been said before me that you can't do it alone. I have a table full of the Brain Trust, a part of it, at least 2/3 of it, that help us run the department day in and day out. And I'll just quickly go around the table, and there's Chief Dow, which is Assistant Chief, that's been with the department 37 years. We'll give him a hand for that. And next to him is Chief Hayes, who runs our investigation. Chief Dow is over patrol, at least a part of it, and Chief Hayes is over investigations. Next to him is his lovely wife, Starla. She supports him, so he can support me. Thank you, Starla. And the next guy over there is Chief Bill Gooden, who's recently been promoted to that position. He takes care of our budget. And next to him is Assistant Chief Wayne Smith. He does all the ancillary stuff, the jail, the academy, and whatnot. And the actual person that runs the department every day is my secretary, Kathy Robinson. And again, what an honor it is. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk directly to some of you young folk in here, because my story is not so unfamiliar as yours. It took a lot of preparation, a lot of prayer to get me out of Hollywood/Cedar Grove to make me the police chief in the 3rd largest city in the state.
Mr. Lynn Austin.
I want to thank Representative Burrell and also Mr. James Elrod, who is the philanthropic captain of Caddo and Bossier Parish. I mean, he's always there with his pocketbook and his hand out to help in any endeavor.
The Commissioner for District 5, Gerald Bowman.
This community award is for Charlie Caldwell, City Marshal of Shreveport.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
I encourage absolutely everyone that's here today that if you can contribute financially, you should. If you can participate with your time, whether it's a judge, whether it's just a participant, to mentor these young people, this is your leadership of tomorrow. And you have a responsibility, and that's the way I look at it, is I have a responsibility to pour my life and all that I have into tomorrow. And so I'm committed to doing that. And So if all those that were judges at the Biz Camp, I would like you to stand up and be acknowledged tonight. My guys. Thank you for your hard work and for your participation.
We have another award that goes to our Master of Ceremonies, our former Mayor, Keith Hightower.
I just want to thank you, Roy. It's been a pleasure doing this for several years now. And again, Roy, they've really accomplished a lot over the past 13 years of bringing kids in and inspiring and letting people know that there are opportunities and entrepreneurs are where it's at. Big businesses, as we all know, don't run the cities anymore. They don't contribute to the cities like they used to. It takes small businesses and entrepreneurs. It's hard to recruit them in. We've got to grow them ourselves. That's what Biz Camp and the I.C.E. Institute's been about. And I just want to commend Representative Burrell and everybody that's here that encourages the kids to come back home and start the businesses, and we've got to start in the grade schools and the junior highs and the high schools to get that done, and that's what Biz Camp's been all about. So with that, I'm going to thank everyone for coming tonight. It is an important part, an integral part of what we've got to do to continue to grow our community. So with that, thanks for your support, and we appreciate everybody coming out tonight.